those of you who don't know me, my name is Brigitte. Most people call me Bri. I have been teaching for nearly 15 years. I've been voted Tutor of the Year by PQ Magazine in 2019, and I'm here now to try and help you pass your audit and assurance exam more easily. So in this video, we're going to look at one of the balances that are asked about frequently in one of the key topics, substantive procedures, and more precisely, we will look at the work in progress balance. Substantive procedures will be in your exam for many marks, and one of the balances that can come up between 4 and 6 marks, most often it's 4 or 5 marks really, is work in progress, or WIP as we call it. And I want to give you the easiest test that you can remember and write down in your exam so you do well. But before we look at the tests, let's just make it clear that work in progress is not exactly the same as finished goods. Yes, they're both inventory, but the finished goods inventory is obviously the units which we have completed in full within the company, while work in progress is the units which are not yet finished at the year end. So maybe if we make tables and we have tables which are half complete, that's our work in progress, okay? Now, what is typical then for work in progress, as you should know from your previous paper studies, is that it's valued based on the percentage of completion or the extent to which the tables or whatever it is are finished. And the valuation is done by taking this percentage of completion and multiplying it by the cost of the finished units. So if the tables are half complete, the percentage of completion will be 50%. And say if the cost of a finished table is $100, then the cost of that WIP table would be 50% of 100, so $50. But don't worry, you don't have to do the calculation in your favorite subject, audit and assurance, but you need to understand that this is what WIP is. So then you can come up with the tests quite easily. And based on what we just said about how WIP is valued, the first and easiest test we can do is to just do that calculation to confirm that the company got it right. So we can take the percentage of completion and multiply it by the cost to see if we get the same valuation as the company did. And I put standard cost in brackets here simply because in many questions in AA, you will be told that WIP is valued based on the standard cost, which is the expected cost, not the actual cost. But pay attention because not every question says that. So only use standard cost if you have it in the scenario, okay? So yeah, we got one test quite easily. I hope it makes sense. And building on from that here and that idea that we need the percentage of completion multiplied by the cost, then we can, for more marks, confirm the cost. The cost of inventory, be it WIP or finished goods, has a few main elements. As you know, that's the material cost, the labor cost, and the overhead cost. So we can now test each one of them and get a mark for each. To confirm the cost of the materials, we will need to agree that cost to the purchase invoices. To confirm the cost of the labor, we will need to confirm that to either the payroll records or the timesheets. And to confirm the overhead cost that is used, we need to confirm that only indirect costs which relate to production have been used in the calculation. As you can see, confirming each one of those 3 elements gives us 1 mark. And we already have 4 marks. So if that's your requirement, substantive procedures on WIP for 4 marks, you're done. If it's for more, then okay, I'll give you another couple of options, which are also easy, just because you want to be prepared, or just because you can't get enough of it, I don't know. But yeah, we can also do a standard thing that we tend to do for most balances when we do substantive testing, and that is the idea of further recalculation, where we cast the breakdown. So we get the WIP schedule, the breakdown, we cast it, and then we confirm the total we get to what's recorded in the trial balance, general ledger, or financial statements. That's another mark. We can also do analytical procedures where we compare this year's balance to last year, or this year's balance to the budgeted, or you can do both in the same test. Just don't have them as separate tests, okay? And then once you compare your this year and last year results, you investigate any unexpected differences with management. Now, look, guys, what just happened. We already got 6 marks, and I hope you will agree with me, because I'm always right, that those 6 marks were very easy. So good for you. All we have to do now is take that away and practice to be able to remember them and write them well and in limited time. Good luck with your exam. And if you do, guys, want more help with AA, if you need a course and someone to guide you and make everything as easy as I've just done with WIP, then reach out to me. You can book me on the FME Learn Online website. Good luck.